Democrats in the House of Representatives are behaving like the Constitution is a comic book.
I know. Well, let me ask a couple of questions off of that. Now that the House did what the Democrats, not the House, but the Democrats did, but now all of a sudden Pelosi says, "Oh, hold up, just put a stop to this now. Let's not send it to the Senate just yet, and we don't know when we're going to send it to the Senate." I just want to get your reaction on that, because if they think he's so guilty, they think it's cut and dry, why don't they send it to the Senate for the trial? And now all of a sudden Pelosi's holding off. What's going on? What are you hearing?
Because she knows that legal experts say that she doesn't have a case, that she has trivialized impeachment, that if she exposes all these so-called moderates who voted for it as if they're standing upon the Constitution, and it's shredded in a Senate trial, that it puts at risk all those kind of so-called moderates on the House side in Democratic seats that voted for Trump. It puts him at great exposure. Yeah. This is about politics. This is about her retaining the speakership. This is not about high crimes and misdemeanor.
No, it's not at all. And let me ask you a question. Do you know, let's say that you do get the impeachment. I figure you're going to get it one day. Maybe it'll be in July, August, but I figure y'all going to get it. What's the process? How long will it take to try this? What do you think? What are y'all talking about? What do you think the next step is once y'all get it?
Of course, Schumer wants us to basically call all the witnesses. He recognizes the House has done such a miserable job of putting it together.
Yep.
He recognizes that. And so he wants to actually then build the case in the Senate. And McConnell's point, which I think is well taken, if the House can send over garbage and then rely upon the Senate to do their work for them, that will lower the bar for impeachment so low that every future president will be impeached if there's a speaker of the opposite party.
Sure.
We've got to have some integrity in the process, and so far there is none.
No, it's none at all. Matter of fact, I saw McConnell's speech yesterday, and I think he's getting ready to speak again. He was right on the money. Schumer was trying to get all this extra stuff done. The good news is, the House didn't play by the rules. They went against all their rules. They went against all the moral rules and written rules, and they changed up what they wanted to do. Now when it goes to the Senate, Pelosi shouldn't have a say in that. Nobody in the House, neither. All Schumer could do is help at the trial, and then once it's over, he can vote. That's it. He can't set the rules. He's not in charge.
So he's trying to shape public opinion. That's what he's trying to do. Mm-hmm. Now, knowing that he is the most partisan person in a partisan city, for him to get up there and say, "Oh, we have to be impartial," it's just like the epitome of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And again, if it wasn't trivializing, I'm used to partisanship, and I'm used to people kind of saying one thing and clearly meaning another. But when you're trivializing something as important as impeachment, that is terrible.
Yeah, no doubt. By the way, and this is more personal. Have you ever seen him smile ever? Have you ever seen that man laugh or smile ever?
He loves his grandchildren, and that's to be applauded for.
So we do have one thing that we know he's done.
Yeah.
God have mercy. I've never seen the man smile or don't look like he's happy about life at all. But my question also is that as a senator, and you guys have been watching this stuff very closely. Y'all seen all the facts or lack of facts. So when you get a case like this, and I know you've never went through impeachment, so it's new to you. I understand that. But when you get a case like that was just crooked from the beginning, how does a case like this last a month? Does it last a month because you do 3 or 4 days a week and then you wait a few days? Because you said something a while ago. This delay by Pelosi is to get the media rolling on their angles over and over again before they actually do the trial. So they want everybody feeling a certain way way before a trial comes. So I think it's in conjunction with with the Democrats. The media is working with the Democrats on it. It looks like to me anyway.
Well, clearly the media has a bias. I mean, if you look at even liberals now are lambasting the kind of media coverage of the FISA court and how they should just be going off on the fact that the FBI abused the FISA court process to go after Carter Page. Now, some of the media, liberal media, is saying that about the other liberal media. Yeah. So it's pretty clear. The media, as a rule, is all in for Pelosi and Schumer in hating the president.
Sure.
So your point, they could use this time to gin up the media even further, yeah, I haven't thought about it, but Moon,
no, that's what I think they're doing. What they're doing now is they can say, okay, let's take a few more weeks or months, and let's just keep pounding the fact that Trump's impeached and the Republicans over in the Senate are a horrible bunch of trashy people, and they're not going to do what's right. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think they're going to try to do now, because look, everything they tried, except God forbid they do something physically to him, it's not going good for him.
Well, right now, what's going good for the president is an incredible economy in which we are having this incredible employment, with income growth being in the working folks primarily. We got record low unemployment for everybody. In fact, I say if all the president did was tweet every day, we got record low employment for the disabled. Next day for the veterans. The next day for African Americans. The next day for high school dropouts. If he just kept on doing that over and over, the American people would be able to absorb that, as opposed to Pelosi playing games with the Constitution.
Yeah, by the way, can you tell me one thing that Nancy Pelosi, and I know y'all getting ready to sign a trade deal, but they've accomplished that all in the first year?
Well, I can tell you not much, but the only reason we're getting the trade deal is because I'm pretty sure they did polling showing the American people are fed up with this, and they actually want Congress to do something, and they're blaming Pelosi for not getting it done.
Yeah,
once those polls,
go ahead.
Those polls started to come out. When those polls started to come out, then Pelosi started saying, "Oh, let's get a trade deal through." So,
what she could do, they took a whole year to impeach him, and then they'll take the next year, which is election year, and start doing things and say, "Hey, look, all the stuff we're getting done for the American people. Y'all need to vote for us." But I think this has political ramifications. In a fair world, the House would win about 60 seats in the fall. The Senate would pick up about 6 more seats, and the Republicans, and Donald Trump would win in a massive landslide in a fair world.
Of course, I always trust the voters, so let's trust that the voters will see. One party's getting stuff done. The other party's playing with the Constitution. And I'm doing better than I was 4 years ago, praise God. And so maybe I need to keep on for those policies that made me better than 4 years ago.
Yeah. We'll see if the American people see what you say. All right, Senator Bill Cassidy, thank you so much. Good luck with all this. Let's see if Pelosi sends it over. Don't look like she's going to send it over anytime soon. So you have a Merry Christmas.
You too, Moon. All your listeners, Merry Christmas.